Live streaming is on.
Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is April the 13th, 2020. Strong hand, golden age of the 2020s, baby. Halving Hype. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. In motion. Compete, don't complain. Conviction. You know I got that, baby. Be a unique beast. Relentless. Your home for Bitcoin insider information. This is where the big boys play. Hello, my elite friends. Check out Friday's This Week in Bitcoin show. Anita, Mauricio, and Eugene were on. Oh, it was great. DisruptMeister.com. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt. Oh, it was wild on there today. I got a new little clip out there from Thursday's show when I was outside in LA. Retweet it. It's linked to below. It says retweet it. Retweet it. You'll enjoy it. If you got a short attention span, you can see me in motion, speaking up, not being silent, not just sitting there on the streets of LA. It's linked to below. Retweet it. If you've got questions, I got answers. If you're watching this live, ask some questions in the chat. I will see it. All right. At some point, I'll see it at least. Get my attention somehow. Let us jump into the news of the day. A great article from Phil Geiger at Unchained Capital. I linked to the tweet and I linked to the article. A fixed supply of 21 million is how Bitcoin derives value and explains why there is any value in the first place with which to pay for security. Without a fixed supply, there would be nothing valuable enough to secure. So that's from his article. 21 million is not negotiable. He might have got that line from Zach Bowl. I don't know. I love that line. 21 million is still freaking non-negotiable. He points out that digital scarcity is a one-time phenomenon, okay? Bitcoin, 21 million. It sticks with it. If it were to ever change, that's it. It's gone. Poof. There it goes, the phenomenon, okay? It's a one-time thing. It's the first one. It implemented it. Others can fork off of it. They can create their own. They're not digitally scarce like Bitcoin is, because Bitcoin, the promise is it's not changing. 21 million, it's not changing. If it does change, that's it. It's a one-time thing. It's over. The whole value proposition is completely gone. All right. So Phil points out in this article, go ahead, fork off, create your own crypto dividend, give us more of your altcoins for free. He says it's transferring. If someone wants to do that, make an inflation Bitcoin, Bitcoin inflation crypto dividend, that it's transferring value from people who don't understand economics to people who understand it. Okay, he's harsh, whatever. Check out his article. I love it. Everyone knows that I'm a big proponent of talking about the 21 million limited supply and how, yeah, it's non-negotiable. It wouldn't be Bitcoin, and then the one-time phenomenon would be gone forever. And why would we want to get rid of? Why would we want to destroy that? Well, it's a one-time thing, baby. It's only going to happen once. All right, and it will not be destroyed. So let's talk about some not so digitally scarce, centralized cryptocurrencies out there. And people create. I love it. I don't want things to be destroyed. Create. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, though. You got to realize that. Pound that like button. So I've talked about the lack of credibility. The credibility factor is missing in a lot of these altcoins. They're run like a bush league, baseball league. Okay, really not professional. I mean, Bitcoin's got the credibility factor, and some others might have a credibility factor of some sort. Okay, but when we're talking about this IOTA situation, all right, there is a tweet of their founders like cursing at each other, arguing it with one another. And a reply in the thread pretty much sums it up and reminds you why Bitcoin is not centralized to this like that, and how great that Bitcoin doesn't have a board of directors and founders Because if you have a board of directors and founders, well, you end up with this. You cannot behave like this, behave like that as a director of board. This is embarrassing for all participants. Yeah, and I agree with these guys going back and forth in IOTA. It is embarrassing. But Bitcoin doesn't have to deal with stuff like that. It does not have a board of directors, and it does not have a founders that are known, at least. So you can't get into these Twitter battles between very important people, because Bitcoin does not have very important people. It's decentralized. We're all very important, and we're all not very important at the same time. Pound that like button. But just another day in the trials and tribulations of IOTA. But we can learn from this, and good luck to them. I don't, let them do. It was the altcoin flavor of the month. When was it altcoin flavor of the month? I don't know. I just thought of like the playmate of the month, the centerfold. When was it the centerfold of altcoins there? All right, pound that playmate. Let's move on. Let me see if there are any questions out there. Hang on, I've got so many many things open here. Let's move on. All right, what do we got here? All right, yeah, UK Bitcoin Masters in the house. It's morning where he is. It's nighttime. It's late here in the United States. It is late. All right, let us get back to the what I had to say here. Hey, sportsmeister.com. You can listen to over 400 of my shows there. Yeah, that's where you're going to get your archives for now, at least. All right. Now, what does the great Vortex have to say about altcoins? Any coin using SHA-256 will eventually be merge mined with Bitcoin. Interesting theory. I don't have a problem with it. It just shows that Bitcoin's the king and that they can't make it on their own. They have to share the mining with Bitcoin and live vicariously off of Bitcoin. But that's fine. I have no problem. I have no problem with that. It reinforces Bitcoin supremacy there. That one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. So if Bcash has to merge mine with Bitcoin one day, then that's life, I guess. All right. And if any future crypto dividends want to do that, because right now, who's merged mine with Bitcoin? Namecoin? I don't even know if that even going on anymore. But maybe that could be a new a Back to the Future crypto dividend a gimmick. We're merged mine with Bitcoin. That's why we're awesome. Okay, yeah, do that. Give it to me for free, baby. Never buy something that you can get for free. Okay, but interesting theory there from Vortex. He's a big fan of Bitcoin, of course, and a great guy. He has not done his show. He's not doing his show in 2020. People do ask about that. He's off of the YouTube podcasting circuit for 2020. That's how he's starting out his golden age. To each his own. Pound that like button because he's a unique beast. Be a unique beast, baby. Don't be part of the herd. Go your own way. And this is great news. Proof of Bitcoin over at Fidelity. We've heard all this stuff about Fidelity getting into Bitcoin, getting into cryptocurrency. When's it going to happen? Financialization, all sorts of things. The big boys. Well, here's a dude named Sam Abbasi, and he straight up says, I'll be working on Bitcoin full-time at Fidelity. Now, that's straight from the freaking horse's mouth right there. So proof of Bitcoin over there at Fidelity. It's not theory. There's a real dude over there, actually. So good for Sam. And slowly but surely, one day we're all going to wake up and it'll be like a commonplace that everyone's storing Bitcoin at Fidelity, doing all sorts of nonsense with Bitcoin at Fidelity. But hey, people don't want to use a Trezor. People want to use third parties, deal with third parties, financialize their Bitcoin, whatever they do over there at Fidelity. I have no idea. That's their choice. But I choose to control my own private key, baby. And I recommend that to all. Not your keys, not your coin. All right, Bitcoin halving search interest nearing all-time highs. That's from Google searches. Zach Voles says that. I got to get Zach back on the show. Maybe I'll get him on this week for This Week in Bitcoin. That would be nice. But yeah, Halving Hype, dude. Halving freaking Hype. Somebody out there isn't obsessed with this darn virus and is searching for Bitcoin halving, wondering what the heck it is, wondering that it's May the 12th, 28 days away. BitcoinBlockHalf.com. Check it out. And speaking of Halving Hype, CoinDesk, they even have a halving countdown on their freaking main page now. Oh, baby. Now, is the Halving Hype as big as it was in 2016? No, it's not. A month beforehand, it was probably bigger. We've got this hysteria out there that's really making people obsessed. So it's taken away from the Halving Hype. That's unfortunate. But guess what? Bitcoin doesn't care about Halving Hype. Bitcoin, hey, only 21 million ever. And after May the 12th, the new supply gets cut in half that's being mined every day, okay? And that they don't care about coronavirus. It doesn't care about coronavirus. And it can't be canceled. It will not be rescheduled like every single other thing out there. You freaking CUCKs. Somebody out there is going to have a real event again. One country is going to be the alpha country. Will it be Sweden? Will it be Belarus? Watch Friday's show with Eugene. He's from Belarus. Bringing you the best freaking guests in the space, baby. This Week in Bitcoin. Every freaking Friday. All right. Now, I like dudes that like to keep their Bitcoin safe. Okay? Now, this guy, Brian Bishop, he's a developer. He's got an article. First of all, he's got an email out there that I linked to below where he explains what this Bitcoin Vaults concept is all about, okay? Brian Bishop releases prototype for secure on-chain storage of your Bitcoin, okay? So you got your Bitcoin. You got 10 Bitcoin, let's say. And someone gets your private key for those 10 Bitcoin. They steal all your Bitcoin. Oh, no, it's horrible. But no, what he proposes is that person's got your private key, but you've got this freaking security system on your Bitcoin on chain that's called Bitcoin Vaults, all right? So that the person that now controls your private key, he attempts to move some of the Bitcoin, and he can only either move a little bit of it, or you're notified that he's trying to do it, and you automatically move it to a new private key at that point, okay? So maybe he takes some of it. I mean, it depends on the setup you get. Now, also with this Bitcoin, if you got it set up with his proposed Bitcoin Vaults, then you also are limited to how much Bitcoin you can move, which is awesome for all you trader freaks out there that all of a sudden get impulsive. It makes your hands stronger. Even you can only move a certain amount of your Bitcoin at once. Okay. So that's good. That's interesting. I say in the article, it talked about someone saying they hope this can be done for numerous cryptocurrencies. And hey, Litecoin, it's supposed to be the test net for Bitcoin. Someone should try this at Litecoin first. Why not? Why not? Why, instead of risking some Bitcoin, someone play around in another altcoin with it. Just an idea. So you can read all about it at the CoinDesk and at his email that he posted at linuxfoundationlinks.org or whatever it is. It's linked to below. And the always interesting Nick Carter talks about how the airlines want to sell frequent flyer miles in order to raise cash because they're broke because of the virus panic. Now, by the way, people, I would have no problem getting on a plane right now. And I plan to get on a plane on May 31st to get back to Baltimore, but things always change, it seems like. We'll get into that in a second about travel. But he points out, he says, T minus 30 minutes until we get the first Howie analysis of pre-sold frequent flyer miles. So someone's going to say this is a security, and that you're not allowed to do that, to sell frequent flyer miles in order to fund your airline. I have no problem with them doing this, okay? When I wrote, what is this? U.S. airlines have mortgage gates. Okay, I'm not going to read that. But I will say this. I would love a world where anyone could have their own ICO, okay? Because if they let the airlines do this, then they should let ICOs do it too, okay? Say, anyone start have an ICO for their company. There's a lot of companies that are suffering right now, okay? So if they're able to do this backdoor ICO, okay, they're making a coin called frequent flyer miles that they're selling to people to fund themselves. Then and the restaurant down the street there on Beverly Boulevard, on Beverly, should be able to make Beverly coin and sell it to people to fund their business. Okay, so I would love. I have no problems with ICOs. I have problems with regulations that makes it so expensive for people to create financially fund their businesses. Okay, it's a great way. The ICO is a great way to. Now, I'm not recommending that people buy ICOs because in the past, 95% of them were completely jokes and ripoffs and scams, and et cetera, et cetera. But this is where the big boys play. People should be able to create their own financial mechanisms and let the market judge and see which ones are legitimate. So I do hope that United and Delta sell miles early in order to raise cash for their businesses. I mean, it's better than the taxpayer bailing them out, but the taxpayer's already bailing them out anyway. So, okay. So I tied in airlines and cryptocurrency. I'm the Bitcoin Meister. Pound that like button. Be proud and loud. I said it before. I'll say it again. You're not a victim. Being a victim isn't cool. You're not a slave. All right. So if you don't get into that, because today that slave mentality, oh my, is it the rage? Is it the rage? Now, and in my tweet that I say to retweet, you'll see that the Meister is loud and proud, definitely. So definitely retweet it. People are enjoying it, and so I was just outside on the streets of LA filming myself, okay? And some people are so scared out there that in the replies, there are a few people that say that that I'm going to die. I'm going to die because I'm going to catch a disease from being outside on La Brea. I mean, you guys are supposed to be men. Okay, you're scared to walk outside. I mean, that's what the world has become. A bunch of guys they see a video of a guy outside saying that I'm not going to be compliant, saying that I'm not going to be a snitch, and they say I'm going to die. Well, maybe they might think that Garcetti's army is going to come after me and kill me. I mean, do they think that's right for the government to kill someone because they were outside? Who knows? I mean, what it's come from. They're scared to go outside, but if you go outside, you should be destroyed. How quickly the world has devolved. But I mean, these people have always been CUCKs. They just haven't expressed themselves. But hey, I'm glad that my videos can bring this side of people out, so we can see who's the CUCK and who's the man, who's the independent person, who's the individual, and who's part of the collective. Because individualism, that is the accomplishment, and that is what we are being reminded of. Again, during this overblown situation, this manufactured crisis, where grown men are acting like little girls. And I will say, Armin von Bitcoin had a tweet, and I retweeted this also. You should retweet it. Follow me on Twitter, Tech Vault, dude. That's a very important part of the Bitcoin Meister ecosystem. Also, actually reading and clicking the links that I provide below. But he said, woke Bitcoiners during COVID-19. And he lists a few Bitcoiners who he considers to be woke Bitcoiners, guys who've got strong hands, who don't panic during the COVID-19 hysteria. Francis was one of them. I was one of them. Safadine was one of them. He obviously is one of them. So I'm proud to be considered. JW. And by the way, I've been doing like 2 shows a day recently. Like I've been having a repeat show and then a new show. So this is the new show of the day. And then the earlier show today, the JW show, was a show from a few weeks ago that was on my main channel before it was shut down. So I had a copy of it and I uploaded it so people could enjoy it again. Some people hadn't seen it. But so, and I've done that a couple days in a row. So check out disruptmeister.com. Check out all the links below and you will see repeats, new ones. This is a new one right now. This is freaking live and in living freaking color, like Keenan Ivory Wayans. Pound that like button. Now, so yeah, end the lockdown. Use that hashtag. That's good. Here is a great quote from S. Thank. He says, I'm glad Satoshi invented Bitcoin instead of trying to change the world through politics. Dude, yeah, don't waste your time in politics. Be in motion. Satoshi, that was the ultimate, being in motion. He could have spent his time, like, oh, I vote for Bush, vote for whoever, Dukakis. Where did that come from? Sangus. Dole. He could have been like that, during his youth. Or instead he created this awesome digital scarcity for all of us. True value. So yeah, don't become obsessed with politicians. There's a lot of people idol worshiping them today, looking for answers from your politicians. You are not an individual. You are part of the collective. You are really part of the herd. If you're looking for Cuomo and Trump and Newsom and Garcetti to give you answers, you control your own destiny, dude. Come on, be an individual. And I mentioned Sportsmeister. So I'm proud of the people. There's some people in Michigan on Wednesday that are going to have a protest. There's some news for you. Good. Get out there. Be loud and proud. Videotape it. Tomorrow, Tuesday, which is, I should be waking up for Tuesday pretty soon. The governor of California, Newsom, who I'm sure still wants to be president this year, but definitely wants to be president in 2024. He's going to release a plan for lifting the virus restrictions. So this could really set the tone because California is the most populated state in the United States. And one can hope that he won't set a draconian tone. But it will be interesting. It will be interesting. I don't put these dudes on pedestals. If he says, like, we're not opening until June 1st, well, then Texas, you got to rebel. You got to make your announcement next and say we're opening tomorrow or something. But it should be interesting. If Newsom is smart and is liberal in his ways and says we're opening in 2 weeks, we're one step closer to returning to sanity, okay? We're one step closer. But dudes, as a person in California, I'm not following their darn rules. I'm getting out there still. I don't care what he has to say. I'm freaking open for business, okay? And I'm loud and I'm proud and I'm out there, dude. I am out there on the streets of freaking LA, baby. Now, but we shall see. MSN.com talks about another state, South Dakota, to hold the first statewide clinical trial of hydroxychloroquine. All right. So they're trying it out. They're trying out the malaria pill on their people. Very small population state. But for all the CUCKs out there that believe CNN and say that, it doesn't work, well, we're going to see. One of the 50 United States is trying this out for real in a clinical setting, okay? And good. Every state is supposed to be its own experiment. So that's good. They're trying their own experiment. Dudes, you got to read the comment sections on videos, okay? You can learn a lot. It's always good to do the extra reading. Always good to read the comments under not just the main tweet, but the replies, okay? You're constantly learning. And so this is something I got from the Scott Adams comment section. And he's become insufferable lately. I mean, he's been pretty bad lately. But you play him at 2x, it goes by quick. Maybe you cook your food then. You don't hear everything that he says. Okay, if you believe in individualism and free will, you learn to think for yourself and don't get trapped by herd mentality, collectivism like so many others have. All right? You have free will, people. Don't let people say you don't have free will. You have free will. You are an individual. It is the accomplishment. But if you realize that you control your own destiny, no one else controls your destiny, okay? You're not going to get trapped in that herd mentality and that collectivist mindset at all, which so many people are trapped in now because of fear. Okay, also from the comment section, I mean, you can get good stuff. Quarantine is when you restrict the movement of sick people. Tyranny is when you restrict the movement of healthy people. Pound that like button. But yeah, you can get insight. You can get insight even on the worst of videos. You can get insight from the comment section. It never hurts to spend a couple seconds reading that. Speaking about being an individual, I mean, it seems like being a true individual that's willing to speak up is now considered outside the Overton window. Like you write a dissenting opinion and you get kicked off of Medium, apparently. You say something controversial as an individual, someone tattletales on you and you get kicked off of some platform. It's unacceptable to go against the party line. It's outside of the Overton window to be a true individual. I know that sounds insane, but people want to fit in so much that if you don't fit in, they tell on you, all right? Fitting in is overrated. I would not, as an individual, I would not want to be part of that collective at all, to be part of that fitting in collective of fear, this mass movement, this virus panic mass movement. Most people can't take not being accepted, okay? And being outside of the herd. If they're outside the herd, if they're not accepted by the 80%, they can't live. So this is a time, a fear where they jump with the herd, because if they're outside the herd, if they are an individual, they can't take it. They can't live as individuals. It's sick that some people are infantile to that level, that they're still, it's like they're still breastfeeding. I mean, it's unbelievable. They haven't left their mother's side. They can't be an individual. That's what's being revealed today. Many people are like that. Oh, protect me, mommy. Protect me, daddy, government. Protect me from scary, overblown CNN hyped up virus. All right. So here's a typical tweet out there. This is someone, this is a sheep. This is a little lamb. People who protest the government lockup deserve to get COVID-19. Very, very nice person there. Very nice person. If you're an individual, if you're not a status, you deserve to get a disease. That's nice. And of course, he thinks if you get that disease, you're going to die. That's part of the thing too. The little sheep out there, the bootlickers. Oh, I should check if there are questions over here. I'm on a roll, baby. I'm on a freaking roll. Late night, baby. The late show. Where's the darn? So many things are open here. All right, what do we got here? Buy Bitcoin. All right, dude. Pound that like button. You better believe it, man. Retweet this, people. Retweet this. Tech Vault. You see it, baby. TECHBALT. All right. Dude, I got 17 notifications on Twitter during this show. People commenting or retweeting or doing weird things with my video tweet out there, my video clip, and other stuff, I guess. Dudes, you got to be in the Twitter land. You can learn. Remember, read and read. Just treat people's feeds like blogs. Read all of JW stuff. Read all of Adam Meister stuff. Read all UK Bitcoin Master stuff. All right, we're almost at the end of the show. Let me get to closing ceremonies right now. So yeah, wherever I go next, First of all, I do want to stop in Baltimore. It might be a short stop, but I really want to go to Baltimore next because I have to take care of a couple things there. But after that, after June 1st, God willing, it's going to depend. There's going to be a freedom factor involved, okay? I'm picking my next spot. There, I'm going to take into account how free, how open for business it is, how statist it is, no red tape, okay? How close to regular life it is again. And the Airbnbs everywhere. I don't care where they are. They are so much cheaper now. I've been looking around at different places. It is amazing. So I am really looking forward. And I do know by June 1st that there will be places to go. There definitely will be places that will not be in this hysterical mode anymore, because it seems like everybody is in hysterical mode relatively. I mean, those states which haven't shut down, they're pretty good. I mean, South Dakota is pretty good. I mean, they put in some rules and stuff. But yeah, I'm willing to go to South Dakota during the summer if I have to, or Wyoming or whatever. Summertime, it's good temperature in a lot of different places. Yeah, it's just, if you can pay rent now, because like apparently there's a huge percentage of people on this planet that are no longer paying rent. I mean, you've got leverage. You can go anywhere, baby. If you can, and I can pay rent. I've got the money to pay rent. So, man, I might get some nice penthouse apartment for cheap somewhere. Because so many landlords aren't getting paid anymore. They just want some cash flow. So it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this summer. Anyway, again, I got to remind everyone that market-ticker.org, Carl Denninger, has been a rock, has provided so much wisdom during this entire situation. Everybody should read him. He's linked to below. You can follow him on Twitter at Ticker Guy. I retweet him. And people have told me that follow me on Twitter that they have started to read Carl Denninger at Market Ticker, and just say just how great and how correct he has been all along about this. And he wants people to go back to work too, immediately. All right. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Yeah, it's the backup channel, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do. You got to get your reminders. Pound that like button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably not 2 shows tomorrow. I don't think I'll have another repeat show. I'm going to repeat that Simon Dixon show one of these days. Oh, man, was that a shocker, wasn't it? And if you didn't see it, well, maybe you'll see it again. You'll see it for the first time very soon. All right. Bye-bye.